Hello and welcome back to another video. We are officially past the halfway point in the year and I maybe have hauled a little bit too many books to the point where things are now stacked on top of my rows like this, which means I am in desperate need of an unhaul. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna try and be a little bit ruthless, maybe, I don't know. There are quite a few books on my shelf that I've read recently that I ended up not enjoying, so I'm going to unhaul those ones. And there are also some others that I can maybe just be realistic and know that I'm never going to read them, and maybe it's time to let go. I was going to pick everything and then do like a proper sit down video, but I figured doing it this way, kind of handheld and in the moment, might be more fun. So let's get to it. So I'll just make my way down the shelves. Also, hi Hosier. Obviously nothing on the Schwab shelf is going anywhere. It's my favorite author. Same with Cassandra Clare. I have a whole big collection there. Those are going nowhere. Honestly, I could probably get rid of Mickey Stiefvater, at least most of them, but there's just such nostalgia to her books that I will probably keep them forever, to be honest. I could honestly get rid of Swamp Thing. I have read this and didn't really like it, but it's so pretty that I think I'm just gonna keep it. Umbrella Academy, I also read this one and didn't love it, so I could maybe get rid of this one. I'll put that one in like a maybe pile. Let's see up here. So I've read the first book in this series and I really liked it, and I definitely want to read the second two. This one I just recently hauled and haven't gotten around to it yet. This one I'm also really excited for. I've just been waiting for the audiobook hold to come in. The Last Namsara I've had for years and I've never reached for it, so that one could be a possibility. But I do still want to give it a try, so maybe I'll keep it for now, and if I haven't read it by maybe the end of the year, maybe then I'll unhaul it. These three are some favorites, so they're going nowhere. Obviously, these are all staying. Now, here's where I have some thoughts. I did not love this series in terms of the characters. The main character actually really pissed me off for many reasons, but the world in this series is one of my all-time favorites, and it's still one that I think about very frequently, especially with the Tales of the Hinterland. I loved this. So I want to keep it because I love the world so much, but I really didn't like the series, and I'll never read it again. So like maybe I could get rid of these two and just keep this one. That's a possibility. Or do I keep all of them? Oh, I don't know. I'll keep them for now. I'll decide later on. Spinning Silver here. I actually DNF'd this one and I don't see myself ever picking it back up. I think I got to page like 160 or so and I really didn't care about any of it. So, but it's so pretty. Oh, it's gorgeous. I can't just keep books because they're pretty though. I mean, I could, but like, look at that. It's gorgeous. Okay, that one's a maybe. This series, I could get rid of and not feel bad about it, but again, they're really pretty. But I didn't love the series. I think it was a solidly 3-star series for me. So like, do I need to keep 3 books on my shelf that I only kind of liked? Probably don't need to, but they're gorgeous. Ugh, decisions. Again, I will leave them for now. Down here, everything that I've read so far, I have actually really enjoyed. The Glass Spare and The Cursed Sea. I've had these books for a long time and I've never reached for them. So maybe that'll again be one that if I haven't read by the end of the year, I will get rid of it. But I'll keep them for now, because I've never even given them a chance before. And then down here, Romanov I read recently and I don't, excuse you, I read this one recently and I don't need to keep it. It was just fine. It was good, but nothing special. Warrior of the Wild. I've never reached for this book. I really enjoyed a different book by this author, but I've never once thought to pick this book up. But again, maybe I could try it. I'll keep it. Maybe I'll do like, who is it? Is it Becca in the Books that does these books will self-destruct? Maybe I'll do that. That'd be a good idea. Keep that for now. Sky in the Deep is an old favorite. I used to love that book. It was one of my favorites of the year that I read it. So I kind of want to keep it for nostalgia's sake, but I'm never going to reread it. This is so hard. Sorry, I just had to fix all that. So I think I'll keep Sky in the Deep for now. I don't know, should I keep it? I loved this book when I read it. Like, this was such a great book. I really, really enjoyed this one. But do I like it enough to want to keep it on my shelf for the long term? Kinda. You know what? I have fond memories of this book, so I think I'll hang on to it. Mirage. Haven't read that one, but that one could go on to the whatever I'm going to call that. I'll just stick with these books will self-destruct for now. This book I really enjoyed. I loved this book. I think I'll keep this for nostalgia's sake, but I don't need to keep the novella. So this one can go. I'm just gonna do all the bottom shelves for right now, just so I don't have to keep getting up and down. So, carrying on over here, these are all my books. During university, I had a class where we made a bunch of photography books of our own photos, and those are mine, so obviously those are staying. These were all textbooks from school, which I really don't need, but I don't know what else to do with them, so they're just kind of here. Same with this. This was a $200 textbook. I will never pick this up ever again, but it's beautiful, and it's like a memory of my schooling because I used this throughout all 4 years of university. So that I'll keep forever. Felicia Day's memoir, I don't really care for her anymore. Oh, ignore all the Tony hair that you're gonna see on the ground. I do have this signed. Oh, it's reflective. That's cool. I do have this signed, so that's special. I went to a signing for her and got it signed and personalized. So like, I want to keep it for that reason, but also it's my dead name. So that kind of sucks, which I forgot about until I just opened it right now. This one I'll keep for nostalgia. I think it was one of the first book signings that I ever went to. This, I'm never going to do this. I should. It might be good for me. You know what? Maybe I will do it. This has like a whole bunch of like, basically at-home therapy. Will I actually do it? Probably not. I've had it for 3 years, but I should do it. So I'll hang on to it for now and I'll try and commit to actually doing it. The Sun and Her Flowers, I'm gonna keep because I read this one at the right time and I loved it. Homebody, however, I read this recently and it was bad. So I'm getting rid of that one. Okay, don't hate me. These can all go. I am never going to read the series. I read the first book many years ago. I liked it but didn't love it. I was planning on carrying on and then I never did. And it's been like 10 years, so these can go. Ooh, do I want to keep Narnia? I kind of do. See, I don't feel nostalgia towards these because I never read the books or even watched the movies when I was a kid. I didn't start reading the books until maybe like 5 years ago, and I never finished the series. So do I need to keep this? It takes up a lot of space. This is a large book. I don't need it. It's fine. To the Unhaul pile. Now, this one, I've never read it. I don't know if I will read it, but I would like to try because it's like classic fantasy. But will I actually? I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it. I'll read the first story, and if I don't end up continuing it, then it can go. But for now, it can stay. These two are staying. This one I read during university at some point, and I loved this book so much. And then this very old, very beat up book is the book that got me into reading. My grandparents gave me this for Christmas when I was 9 years old, and my life was changed ever since. So this I will keep forever. Also, can we just talk about how cheap books were back then? Like, come on. Today could never see prices that low. Moving up to the vampire shelves. So Marked, I think I'll keep for the nostalgia because this is the first book in the series and I used to love this series, but I don't need these ones. So I'm going to say goodbye to these ones. Obviously, keep this one of my favorite books when I was a preteen. Do I need to keep the novella though? Not really. I could just get rid of this one and not really feel bad about it. I'm never going to read this again, but I do want to keep it just for the sake of nostalgia. So I'll hang on to this. This one, I'm sad about it because I've had it since the 8th grade, but I don't need the novella on my shelf. I can just keep this one. These are all staying. I loved all of these books so much when I was a preteen that these ones will never leave my shelves, ever. And obviously, these all stay. Actually, this one I DNF'd. This one can go. Moving up to the witches and fairies. Realistically, I don't love this series enough to have all of them on my shelf, but I have the entire series, so I think I'll keep them just for collection reasons. Yeah, I'm gonna keep these ones. Plus, they're beautiful, so it's fine. Now, let's see here. Keep. Loved this book so much. Haven't read it yet, but I do want to. Loved these books. Haven't read it yet, and I'm mad at myself that I haven't. Liked both of these ones. This one, I read it, and I liked it, but I have not thought about it a single time since I read it. So do I need to keep it? Let's see. It's pretty, and it's definitely a unique book, which is cool. But like, I never talk about it, I never think about it. Oh, but it's so pretty. I think I can get rid of this one. That one can go. Okay, my other witchy books. This one, I read it, and I didn't love it. So unfortunately, even though this book is absolutely stunning, this one can go. Oh, this series makes me so sad. Half Bad was one of my favorite books when I was a teenager. Half Wild, equally excellent. Half Lost, I had to wait so long for this book to be released, and it finally did, and it sucked. This book ruined the entire series. I will always keep them because they hold nostalgia for me. I used to love this series so much, but my god, this book ruined it. Loved the first book. I've tried to read the sequel multiple times, and I've never been able to do that. So I could get rid of this one and just keep this one for nostalgia. Also, the spines don't match, and that bothers me. This was the first time that I saw a non-binary couple on the cover of a book, and that just made me so happy. So I think I'm gonna keep this just for that reason. Loved these ones. Haven't read yet, but recently hauled this one, so I'll hang on to it. This one I DNF'd. This one can go, even though it's also gorgeous. I have really good taste in pretty books, but unfortunately I don't always love them. And now that also means I can definitely at least fit that one in there. Oh, I can fit both. Sweet. They won't stay there permanently, but just so they're not stacked up here for now. I'm not gonna read Ace of Shades. I don't think so. Do I even know what this is? Oh, it's signed. Cool. What is this about? Okay, it does sound kind of cool, so maybe that one will go on to the these books will self-destruct thing. So slide that over to now. Same with this one. I bought this book brand new. I was so hyped for it, and I've never picked it up. So maybe I should also put that onto a self-destructing TBR at some point soon. That'll stay there for now. I think all of these can stay. I haven't read most of these actually, but they're all ones that I'm still looking forward to. I've read this one, and I liked them both. I've read these and liked them. I read the first book in Bindi. These ones I'm all looking forward to. I just read this one like 3 days ago and I loved it. Reading this one this month. These are some of my favorite books. Also favorites. Those can all stay. Once and Future. I loved this duology when I read them, but do I still like them? I don't know. The first book was definitely way better. The second book was kind of a letdown. I'll keep them. Those ones can stay for nostalgia. Favorites, all-time favorites. I love these books so much. Same obviously here. Fuck this book, but this one was great. These are great. These are all great. All of these are fantastic. Fuck these books. Okay, this I feel kind of bad about. So my ex, these were her favorite books in the entire world. And if you notice here, book 1 is missing, and that's because she one time lent book 1 out of this beautiful box set edition to a friend, and that friend never gave it back, and she was very salty about it. But then she let me borrow the rest of the box set, and then when we broke up, I forgot to give it back to her. So now she's lost the entire box set, and now I'm getting rid of it because I don't want this. Is missing the first book, first of all. Second of all, I hated these so much. Goodbye. Over here, I don't think there's much that I would want to get rid of. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of Lovecraft because fuck that guy. He's racist as shit. I should get rid of these ones because the author is problematic. I'm never gonna read them again, but they're so pretty that I'm gonna keep them just because they're nice to look at and the colors are fun. So I do not endorse this author, period. Do not read their books, but I'm gonna keep them on my shelf anyways. Okay, down here, let me just move that. I could definitely get rid of this entire series. I liked the first book, it was fine. Loved book 2, book 3 was okay, and I never read book 4. I was planning on it and then just never got around to it, and now it's been, I think, 5 years since I read book 3, and I've never once had the drive to pick up book 4. Also, they don't match and that bothers me. So honestly, I think it's time to get rid of these ones. I'm kind of sad about it. Goodbye to the diviners. Everything on this shelf can stay. It's either books that I love or books from authors that I love that I haven't read yet, or ones that I've just hauled that I'm really looking forward to, like all of these ones. So this one can just stay as is. Ooh, down here, first of all, I have no interest in Nicholas Sparks anymore. This is one of my favorite movies of all time, but this is one of the very few cases where the movie is actually way better than the book, to be perfectly honest. The rest of those can stay. I don't really need to keep Mistakes Were Made. I read it last year and I did like it, but I don't really need to keep it. But I do like the author, so maybe I'll just hang on to it. Down here, I definitely don't need these books, but I've had them for so long and they're also beautiful that I think I'll just keep them anyways because they're really pretty. This one I got in England when I was at the Sherlock Holmes Museum thing, so I'll keep that one forever. And then this one I got on Cannery Row in California, so I'm definitely going to keep that one too. And then down here, these are entirely nostalgia keeps, so all of these can stay. So those are all the shelves that I've just gutted a little bit. Now, do I want to go back and grab anything else? Kind of. I'm still thinking about this one. Because they're also like the first edition Indigo exclusive covers. So I could probably get what I paid for them, which would be really nice. So you know what? I'm gonna commit. I have no attachment to this series. They were just fine. I liked them enough and they're really, really pretty. But this really isn't a reflection of my current tastes, so it's time to go. Okay, I think I can stop there. I think that's good enough. Right, my maybes. I forgot about these. Oh man, this is tough. Maybe I'll read it again sometime. I think I tried reading it a couple years ago when I wasn't really into adult fantasy a whole lot. I was definitely still more of a YA reader, so maybe now I would appreciate it. And I am planning on doing a video where I give a second chance to books that I've DNF'd, so maybe this could be one of them. But this one can go. I have no need for this book. So yeah, there's all the books that I'm getting rid of today. Oh, that feels good. I'm sad, but also it feels good. So let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I'm getting rid of 30 books, which means my net positive for this year is only 10. Because I've hauled 40 books so far this year, and I'm unhauling 30, so I'm gonna call that a win. And now I need to rearrange my shelves, so wish me luck. But yeah, thanks for joining me on my little unhaul. That was fun. It hurts my soul to do it, but also it feels good because I'm getting rid of things that don't suit my taste anymore, and it's really nice to have my shelves actually reflect what I currently love and the things that I'm actually looking forward to. I think that feels really good. So as much as it pains me to say goodbye to books, especially ones that have been around for a very long time, I'm also excited to see my shelves be nice and refreshed. They deserve some love once in a while. That'll do it for this video, so thank you for watching. If I unhauled any of your favorites, nothing personal, I'm sure they're great books. They're just not books for me. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.